Okay, thank you for joining me for this unboxing and review of this DIY drone supplied courtesy of Banggood. Now this says it's made by iDrones, age 14 plus. Now this is a very interesting little drone. It's not exactly ready to fly. It needs to be assembled and comes in a few various models, but it's actually very good for someone that wants to sort of have a look at start building their own drones in the future. Okay, so nicely packaged, good strong box. Okay, you know, gives you a breakdown diagram, says it's got good LED lights, it's got a 6-axis gyro, speed control. You also get one that uses Wi-Fi, but this is the DM002 HG, so this is a 5.8 gigahertz FPV drone. You also get a Wi-Fi version, which is the HW, and you get a basic version which is just the H. So if we have open up here, so yeah, this is a bit strange. Looks as though this is like a launch pad that one can use. You look inside, you get this box here. We get the TX control transmitter, and we get an instruction manual. So let me just unpack this and be back with you shortly. Okay, all unpacked. So first of all, in this bag we get the base or the frame. Now this isn't carbon fiber, it's plastic, quite flexible. It seems quite strong. Okay, we get our removable battery that slots in under here, and this comes with a 3.7 volt 300 mAh battery with a little 2-pin mini low-C connection. Now I've also got 380 mAh batteries, about the same size, and let's just have a look. Yeah, this will also fit into there, so it'll be interesting to see. I should be able to use a 380. I've also got a 350 mAh battery with a 2-pin low-C that also fits in quite comfortably over there. So yes, if you've got a few other batteries from other quads, you should be able to utilize them on here quite easily. Okay, also in here, now the TX doesn't have these extensions on the handles, so you get to plug in your own little handles for the TX transmitter. And this looks like the housing for the camera. Okay, and in this bag over here, let's have a look. Yes, we get our 5.8 gigahertz camera. Your little specification and operating instruction manual, a cable with connectors on, and our 5.8 gigahertz camera. Okay, with a lens cap. Okay, so this is a 600 TVL camera, which should be quite good, and also comes with a M7 lens, so the performance of this little camera should be quite good, which we'll see. Okay, we get our FC board. Okay, and it's color coded as well for our CW clockwise and CCW counterclockwise motors to be attached to. And here are our little brushed motors, and as you can see, 2 red connectors and 2 white connectors that will plug onto the FC board here. We also get our propellers, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 propellers. Well, 1 set to put on and a spare set. And we also get a USB connection with a cable. Okay, and this is to charge our battery, so we plug the battery in on the 2-pin low-C connector here. Okay, plug into a computer or USB source. It looks as though there's an indicator light on, and the light will either come on when it's charging or come on when it's completed charging. And let's just have a look and see whether the batteries come in fully charged or not. Okay, the batteries come in at 84%, so yeah, still quite a good percentage. Can use it to go flying, but always good to charge it up fully. And we also get a little spinner that we can use to remove the propellers. Okay, so if we have a look at the base unit here, it's got 4 little pillars on, and the FC board got 4 little holes. So basically we want to plug it on and secure it into these 4 little holes here. Then we have our 4 motors, which we need to remove. Now these are magnetic, but as you can see, they are color coded. Okay, so we want to get our motors in, so we pop them in and press down and secure it in, and then connect our motor up onto the FC board. So the red connector connected onto the red ones here, and we take the motor and do the same over here. Place it in, secure it down, and make sure you connect it properly to the connections over here. Then you just do the same for the other 2 motors, so that's all 4 of the motors on. Okay, then we need to take this cover, because the board doesn't secure on, and we need to put this cover on to secure the board. So there's 2 little bayonet things that need to slot in and clip in on the 2 sides there. So let's just get the board clipped in and positioned back there. We take this, there's a bit flat area that must go towards the back, and then there's a little open area in the front here for the battery connection cable, and we press and click and secure it in like that. Okay, so that's the cover on. Now I've also extended and left the 2.4 gigahertz aerial out, because on my quads I prefer to have this away from the top of the FC board to prevent interference. So this dangles out here and the cover still fits on quite nicely with it, and I can actually angle it down and should be able to still maintain good reception. Now the two clips where this has clipped onto the base here, one is slightly wider than the other, so make sure that you get the wide one in the wide slot and the smaller one in the smallest slot, and that way there's only one gap where this can go through. If the slots are the opposite, you need to just change the board around so that the board is in the correct position. So yes, that's it all connected. That slots on there quite nicely. Okay, then we've got the camera, and we just need to fit the camera into the housing. Remove the lens first, and then slot this in over here. Okay, so that slides in quite nicely. Can put the lens back on to secure, to hold it in position there, but it does clip in over here. And then if this is going to be the back of the craft, we want the camera facing frontwards, and then there's just, then on the side of the casing there's two pins, one's smaller than the other, so one's a bit larger and that, and then you clip the large one into the large side and the small one into the small side. Then that's that clipped in. Okay, and then this cable that's extending out on this side plugs into the camera here. Okay, so that's the camera plugged in. Now as you can see, the camera can also be maneuvered to an angle and that, so this is quite good, and it's actually quite solid, so it should maintain and hold the angle you prefer and you set it out like. Now we do have a few spare loose wires that we'll need to tidy up here. So that's the camera attached. Let's just connect up the power now. Okay, when we connect it up, okay, you can see two bright blue LEDs in the front and two bright LEDs at the back. Can't really see them underneath. Okay, and then we can see the camera going on here. Now I like flying at a frequency of 5,733 megahertz. So on that, this is channel B1. Okay, and there's a small little button on top of the camera here, and you need to short press to choose the channel number. Then you need to give it a bit of a longer press to choose the channel, so A, B, C, D, E or F, and then you give it another longer press and you get these little semicolons, and 1 is for 25 megawatts, 2 is for 50 megawatts, and 3 is for 200 megawatts. So I like setting it on channel B1 at 250 megawatts. Okay, and then once you've selected your channel, depending what type of FPV monitor or goggles or frequency you like flying on, that's it. So then we have a look here, and we have FPV. Okay. Hope you can see that okay in the camera. Okay, so that's nice, that's great. So we've now got 5.8 gigahertz FPV. Okay, I'm going to disconnect the battery. Okay, now we need to put the propellers on. Okay, and if we have a look here, now on the frame itself, just past the little motor connection here, it'll tell you A or B. So okay, if we've got A, then the propellers should also be marked either A or B. Yeah, this is a B1 propeller. Okay, then we've got a A1 propeller, another A1 propeller, another B1 propeller. So you take the A propeller and put an A propeller onto the put it motor for A, press it down, secure it, and if we have a look here, this means this is a clockwise propeller. Okay, so this one will move clockwise. Take a B propeller, put it on the arm that says B. So that's it. Okay, propellers on, camera on, all ready and set to go. Let me just tidy up and secure these wires. Okay, so I've used little cable or zip ties to secure the wires onto the four arms over here, here, here and over here, because we want to keep the wires away from the propellers, so we don't want the wires interfering with the propellers. Okay, and if we have a look here, we get a nice little manual with it too. Good quality paper, quite well illustrated, gives the basics we need to know. The transmitter instructions might be a little bit confusing because of different models that use the same TX transmitter. It gives you the details you need and some good illustrations and some tips. And then if you've got the Wi-Fi version, the QR codes for that. So a nice little manual. Let's see how much this weighs now, with the battery and everything included and on. Okay, it comes in at 40 grams, which is not a bad weight for this. Okay. And if we have a look at the TX control transmitter, now it feels quite light, but it feels quite comfortable. There's sort of like little paws or pocks on the back, which gives you a good grip. The throttle lever isn't spring loaded because this doesn't have altitude hold. This one is spring loaded, so you can do flips and rolls. Okay, this is the main power button. Okay, on the top here we've got our speed button, so it has 3 speeds: medium speed, 2 beeps, 3 beeps, high speed, and 1 speed, low speed. And a long press on this for about 3 seconds will turn the lights on and off, which we'll test just now. Then, as I just mentioned, this is the flip and roll button there, and a long press on this, it will, for 3 seconds, will be 1 key return. To go into headless mode, you need to press this lever down for headless mode. Here we have the trim buttons, and then these buttons over here are for a version for the Wi-Fi camera, and a different version to this. Okay, so let's turn the quad on. Okay, so with this battery we should get a flying time of around 7 minutes, and this also has a range of about 100 meters. Okay, so to bind, need to put the throttle lever up and down, and then that's how it's bound. So yeah, if we press and hold this button down, lights go off. If we press the button there, hold and press, and then the lights come back on. Okay, to calibrate, we pull both sticks down and to the middle and the center, it flashes and the lights go solid, and then that's it, calibrated. Okay, let's see if it's got a fail-safe function. So if it goes out of range and it loses control with the transmitter, what happens? So we'll switch the TX controller off. 1001, 1002, 1003. So yes, in under 3 seconds it'll power down and descend or drop wherever it is. Can we rebind with it if we get back closer again? Yes, we can. So this is good. If you can't see it or find it, you can rebind with it and listen for any sound or noises if you can't see it. So yes, okay, let's go and see how it flies. And take off. Okay, so oops. Nice and steady, nice and smooth. Oh, okay, it looks quite nice. Bright lights. Oh, this is in the low rate and it's very nippy and responsive. Let's up the rate. Yeah, no, good. And top rate. Oh yeah. Oh, hey, oh, hey. Oh. Wow, okay, so this thing's very quick, very responsive, very nice. Really looks nice in the dark, quite colourful. Hey, lights flashing for low battery warning now. It really looks nice, quite bright, quite colourful. There we go. Okay, and let's see how long the flight lasts with a 380 mAh battery. So everything calibrated, ready to go. Start the clock, let's take off. We're going up quite high, bring it down, and forward. There we go. Let the wind bring it back, bring it down. Alright, flying nicely, quite steady. Up, forward. Alright. Do some funnels, yeah, very nice. Bring it up. And around. And down again. And back. A really nice little quad. Oh, and now it's flipping too. That's a nice little black flip. Do a forward flip. Nice tight forward flip. This thing flies really nicely. Bring it back down. Up towards us. Oops, sorry, into the sun here. Do a side flip. Nice tight side flip. Flip the other way and up. And the lights look good. Really nice little quad to fly, quite smooth. Time wise, 2 minutes 40 seconds. Really quite agile. Brakes quite well. Going well. Let's the wind just bring it back here. Lights still good. No flashing lights for low battery warning yet. There we can see it quite nicely now. The lights. Really flies nicely. Hey, we've got flashing lights now. Yes, we've got flashing lights. Let's see what it does. And we're on 4 minutes 15 seconds. Still holding okay. It's starting to lose a bit of power. Let's see. Hey, 4.5 minutes. Still going. Okay, stop the clock. That's it. The battery flight time 4 minutes 40 seconds. But yes, a really nice little flyer. It's a bit windy, flies nicely outdoors too. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.